He was just lying in the middle of the street. Okay, so last week they went back to Jerusalem twice, lost everything, got beaten by their own brothers, and an angel showed up and said, try again. So Nephi, who was probably exhausted and done with everything at this point, looks at his brothers and says, let's go back. And they're like, Nephi, bestie, Laban has tried to kill us twice. And Nephi says, look fam, I don't know how this works out. I'm just going. But he goes, alone, at night, into a city that wants him dead, with no plan. And this is where the chapter gets a little controversial, and still to this day, over 200 years later, debated. Nephi sneaks into the city at night and literally stumbles over a guy in the street. It's Laban, passed out, completely drunk, with his sword by his side. And the Spirit of God, not some random thought, the actual Spirit of God says, kill him. But the Spirit explains, Laban robbed your family, tried to murder your brothers, and without these plates, your entire future nation will have no scripture, no foundation, no way back to God. Is it better that one man should perish than that a nation should dwindle and perish in unbelief? And here's the question that makes this chapter so hard. Do you trust that God can see consequences that you can't? Nephi couldn't see 600 years into the future. He couldn't see the millions of people whose faith would be built on those plates. He just had to make a decision right there in the dark whether God's perspective was bigger than his own discomfort. So after having done the deed, Nephi puts on Laban's armor, all of his clothes, takes his sword, and walks straight to Laban's house in full disguise. Laban's servant Zoram comes out, thinks Nephi is Laban, and starts walking with him toward the city gate like it's totally normal. Nephi gets the ancient scripture. They're almost out of the city, and Zoram realizes this isn't Laban and bolts. But Nephi, still in full armor, grabs Zoram. He doesn't hurt him, he doesn't threaten him, he simply makes a deal with him. Come with us. Be a free man, live with our family, and you'll be treated as one of us. And I think that's a detail that gets overlooked way too much, because Nephi just went through one of the hardest moments of his entire life. He did something that cost him emotionally, and his very next act was to offer a stranger, someone who he had every reason to be his enemy, freedom and belonging. That's not just a plot point, that's character. This whole chapter is one night, one man, no plan, complete darkness. Nephi came out on the other side with the plates, an unexpected ally, and a faith that didn't break under pressure. So the question is, when you're in the dark with no plan and no guaranteed outcome, do you trust the voice telling you keep going? Chapter 5 next week, they make it back to their parents in the wilderness, and Sariah, their mom, has some things to say. So follow along so you don't miss it.